Welcome. It is August 25th, 2025. The world feels like it is holding its breath. Big events are happening everywhere. These events change how we live, how we work, plan for the future. They can feel far away, but their effects reach us all. The price of gas, the food in your local store, the news on your phone, it is all connected. Tonight we will look at this story. The war in Ukraine continues. It has now raged for over 3.5 years. It has become a brutal war of attrition. Russia launched a massive assault overnight. Hundreds of drones and dozens of missiles were reported. Russian forces claimed capture of 2 villages near Pokrovsk, advancing toward a logistics hub. Ukraine countered, reporting recapture of Zeleny Gai and halting a push. Strikes reduced the Kursk plant's capacity by half after a fire. IAEA reported no immediate radiation risk. Ukraine struck a Russian refinery and a drone depot, part of hundreds of drone attacks this year. Diplomatically, the U.S. signaled concessions while Kremlin officials rejected talks. EU and NATO leaders backed Kyiv and discussed European-led guarantees. The human cost is high. Displaced families, trauma clinics, and summer camps for children. The war disrupts grain exports, sending ripples through global food markets. For people caught in the middle, the war is a daily tragedy. The Middle East is a region of constant change. Israel's offensive in Gaza City has intensified, with heavy civilian losses and widespread destruction. The UN declared famine conditions. 500,000 people are at risk. Global protests demand a ceasefire while hostage families protest domestically. Iran's nuclear talks restarted with EU powers amid US pressure. Houthi attacks in the Red Sea have sunk commercial ships and disrupted trade. Syria and Yemen remain deeply fractured, with millions displaced. Aid convoys have faced violence in chaotic areas. Historic accords have reshaped alliances. Israel, UAE, Bahrain are coordinating more closely. Saudi Arabia seeks economic reform and diversification. Despite diplomatic shifts, the people on the ground continue to suffer. The relationship between the United States and China is the most important one in the world today. It is a relationship of deep competition, economic, technological, and strategic. A tariff truce was extended. Current rates remain high and household costs have risen. China has redirected trade flows to Europe and the Americas. The U.S. restricted advanced chip exports to constrain military use. Beijing pours billions into domestic fabs to close the gap. Taiwan remains the most dangerous flashpoint. The U.S. maintains strategic ambiguity but sells defensive arms to Taipei. Companies are relocating supply chains. Vietnam, Mexico, and others benefit. This rivalry reshapes alliances across multilateral institutions. The Asia-Pacific region is a center of global economic growth and rising tensions. China's actions in the South China Sea worry its neighbors. The Philippines is strengthening its navy. Fishermen fear for livelihoods. Japan and South Korea upgrade defenses amid missile threats from the north. Low-lying islands face rising seas. Countries build new trade partnerships to balance security and growth. The war in Ukraine has changed Europe completely. NATO strengthened. More budgets, deeper commitments. But economic costs and political divisions test public support. Energy and inflation bite households across Europe. Migration remains a political flashpoint. At the same time, Europe pushes green transition, a major economic challenge. The Sahel continues to see instability and coups. Conflict in the Congo region undermines peace efforts. Venezuela resumes exports amid increased naval patrols. Haiti faces worsening gang violence. Ports and trade face security risks across the region. Across the globe, events are connected. Wars affect food and energy prices. Trade shifts affect jobs. A conflict in one place can drive prices at your local store. Climate change displaces millions. Floods, droughts, extreme weather. By 2025, displacement hotspots are growing. Economic nationalism is rising. Trade flows shift and BRICS expands. AI and tech change jobs. Many fear disruption while renewables become cheaper. Polarization and misinformation strain democracies worldwide. Multilateral cooperation is harder in a multipolar world. Yet cooperation offers solutions. Scientists, aid workers, young leaders are innovating. Communities show resilience. Youth demand change. Staying informed is our first responsibility. We live in a time of great uncertainty, but also great opportunity. Keep watching these stories, learn more, stay informed as events unfold. This update was compiled from public reports and open